had to slow him down and cool him down a wee bit after the first round. He was trying too hard to knock him out. I think we came into this fight with huge confidence, and after having probably our best ever training camp, and Joe felt that he was going to knock him out at any stage. So I said to him, "Come on, mate, slow things down. The knockout will come. Just get back in behind your jab." And there were a couple of things that we worked on in the gym that he sort of forgot about in the first round, and we were just having a little pep talk before over how we could have made the fight a lot easier and a lot quicker.
That was very noticeable in the second round. He definitely slowed down a lot, didn't he? So were you quite happy with what he did in the second and third after that?
Oh, well, I had to be happy with what he did in the third because the fight was all over after 1 minute. The second round, I needed him to slow down. I wanted him to pick his punches instead of just letting the bombs go all the time.
Were you surprised that Carly didn't do more?
No, I'm not. I think Carly did much more than I actually thought he would. Carly's a hell of a warrior. He's one tough guy, and I think we've seen in the last couple of Joseph Parker fights that when he hits guys, they usually go out. And he hit Carly with some flush punches in the first couple of rounds, and Carly shook him off and came back. He is one tough warrior.
Joe, yeah, a little bit excited first up, huh?
I was real excited. At the back here when we were warming up, I was firing. I felt real crisp with the punch I was throwing. I felt I wasn't breathing, and then when I got out there, went a bit off plan because I was excited and I didn't really pick my shots. But I would say that I felt like I had a strong start, and I felt like when I did listen to the plan again of slowing down and picking my shots, and actually not smothering myself in close, that the punches did land that we wanted to land. So.
Can you feel that while it's happening out there? I mean, do you think to yourself, "Oh, geez, I'm throwing too many here," or do you wait until you get back into the corner? Is it just sort of instinct kicks in?
No, I do feel that I'm throwing a lot of punches, and when I do get a little bit of a break with in the rounds, I look over to Kevin and see what his instructions are. So we have, we've been a great team for a long time, so I know what I'm doing wrong when I look over and see him looking at me and telling me what to do. So when everything started to slow down and everything started to flow a bit better, then the punches landed.
You seemed to read everything that was coming at you from Carly. You seemed to have plenty of time defensively to see what was coming at you.
In training camp, we've been practicing a lot on defence. Sometimes in the past, I did do a few things wrong, but Kevin's been digging it into me that defence is as important as offence. So we'll be practicing with every camp, improving both sides.
Is he your biggest scalp? You regard Carly, given his history, being a contender in 2004, as perhaps your most significant win so far?
Yes, I believe it is at this stage of my career and the fights that he's had in his career.
Considering the respect you have for him, were you surprised that it only took 3 rounds?
No, I wasn't surprised. We did train hard. We trained hard for 12 rounds, but Kevin says to me all the time with every fight, if you see the opportunity, take it. And the opportunity presented itself, so we took it.
Do you think he rates your power now, Joe?
I'm sure he does. Landed some big shots, and Carly's a warrior. He came prepared, and some of the punches I threw in the first one usually knocks out some people or hurts them.
You started throwing the body a little bit more. Was that something that you mentioned, Kevin, or was that just part of the game?
That was mentioned to Joe after the first round when he came back. That was part of our game plan, was to go to the body and slow Carly down early, and I think you saw Joe land some vicious body shots in the second round. He did hurt him with a body shot, yes.
Kevin, you're off to Samoa next week. You're fighting in Claudeland in December. Pretty busy schedule. What's the plan for Samoa?
As far as the
big announcement next week?
Well, I'll have to bring Mr. Lonigan.
Oh, bring Dino.
I've got to bring my boss in now.
Look, obviously Joe's got a very busy schedule, but next up fight is in Claudeland, so we're close to signing an opponent right now. We'll be announcing that in the next sort of week or two. And then obviously we're going to launch the fight big in Samoa. We're going to tie down date, venues and all sorts of things we presented to the media and the press. But it's going to, it's a big deal, Joseph, going to Samoa. One of the main reasons we want to do it, where there hasn't been a major fight in Samoa for goodness knows how long. I'm sure David Toole would have liked to have done it. It just never happened. It was just the way his career went, the way he was domiciled in the USA. And Joe said to us, we'd love to go up there. And my business partner Dave Higgins has done a stunning job talking to a lot of sponsors up there, scoping out venues, and it hasn't been easy, as you can imagine, because we can't afford to go up there and with the All Black game that went up there was huge amounts of money lost by somebody, and I'm pretty sure it wasn't the ABs, so we're taking all the risk on this thing, and we just want to make sure it goes well, and Dave's done a stunning job to get it together, so looking forward to it.
How hard is it to get, say, an undercard to a fight in Samoa?
Oh look, you'll be surprised as to how good the undercard is, We're definitely going to have Butterbean up there. There will definitely be representation from local Samoan fighters. I think it's a big opportunity for local talent, and Kevin in particular. For goodness, for maybe 15 years we've talked about the talent that can come out of Samoa, and I'm sure there's one or two guys will be on the undercard and they'll be looking for an opportunity to maybe get their way out of New Zealand and then go to, maybe one day potentially be in camp with Kevin Barry. He tells me on a regular basis just how many Samoans contact him and want to go and train with him. We think it's a great thing, mate. He's laughing, but it's a fact.
Speaking of undercard, Izu's fight, do you feel like you need something a bit tougher for Izu right now?
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, we thought that this guy was going to bring a lot more of a fight than he actually did, and I think you can all see just by what Izu did in the first round. The guy is a very, very solid heavyweight with a lot of ability and a lot of potential, and we definitely need to step up his opposition, don't we, Dean Loninger?
We 100% do, and I don't. A lot of you guys wouldn't know this, but that fight was broadcast back into Poland through Polsat. You notice that Izu addressed the Polish people in his native tongue. And, we'd like to think we can extend that out over a multiple fight deal, and I'll be heading back to Warsaw sometime soon to sit down and, talk about future fights going forward. Kevin identified Izu probably a year ago now and come to me and just bugged me. He says, we've got to do something with this guy. And as a result, here Izu is, potentially Duco has got a deal in Poland, and it's, to be fair, Izu's done a couple of things, and Kevin tells me about this all the time, and Joe tells me all the time, that Izu being in the camp is a massive plus for Joseph Parker, because Izu pushes him and Joe pushes Izu, and I think Kevin has convinced me, and we're fully on board with it, that we've got a fantastic training camp going with these two. We need to keep them together, so we've got a tricky schedule to put together where we can fight Joseph here one day and Izu in Poland, and we've got to be doing it close together, so we've got some big logistic exercises coming up. Is that the plan, or we'll wait and see?
Because the logistics of it's pretty hard in the cards. Like tonight, you're probably disappointed with a couple of the fights, and you've got to get these guys in late. How easy is it to get it all together?
Look, the first three fights I was disappointed with, because I know Izu's got a lot more than what he showed, and it wasn't Izu's fault. He can only fight who's in front of him. The second and third fights, Willis easily dominated his opponent. Willis had a stiffer fight for that. The third fight wasn't so great. Then the night come alive on the back of Butterbean, and then obviously Jeff Horn was just a tough fight. It was a good tough fight if you're into boxing. And the last fight I thought was stunning. As Kevin and Joe have both said, Carly brought a lot to the table. Firstly, he's been fantastic in the media without trash talking. He's got his points across. And secondly, he came in and he got belted in the first round, he got belted in the second round, he got belted in the third round. A lot of Joe's opponents prior to this would have stayed down, but Carly kept getting up. And I think that's a testament to him. I think, as Kev said, he's a warrior, and I tell you what, I think the warrior gene goes all through the family. So Willis, I think, is a great prospect as well.
Kevin, a quick question. You like Carly because his size for this fight. Just going to December before we go to Samoa, is it going to be another big kind of guy that you guys are close to signing?
That's what we're planning at the moment. Another very tall guy. We plan on fighting Joe against big men to start preparing him against the guys who are wearing the belts at the moment.
Yeah. Is that person signed up, Dan?
We're close. Obviously, we talk to Kevin on a regular basis, and my business partner Dave is handling that one because he's looking after Fight for Life. He's also looking after Samoa. Dave's working closely with Stuart Duncan. We scan the world for these guys, and you've already seen this happen. We've brought guys in from Germany, we've brought guys in from bloody South Africa. We bring them in from all over the world to fit basically what Kevin wants to do. If you have a look at the heavyweight division right now, you've got Vladimir Klitschko sits in at 6'6", you've got Tyson Fury at 6'8", you've got Alexander Usyk at the range at 6'7". So we need to fight big guys, and that's the plan at the moment.
Last year, Costa Rica was a big game. Given that Carly was a step up, are you expecting this next opponent will be another step up?
Well, one of the things we've just interrupted. One of the things we do is, we want to give Joseph ever increasing challenges, and every time we've stuck someone tougher in front of him, mate, Joseph steps up to the plate and it ends up to be a short night. So, I was up in England last week and we talked to prospective opponents up there as well, and there's some of the bigger names in the divisions, but it's very difficult to get people to fight Joseph because, mate, they know if they're coming down here, they're getting paid good money, but they're coming down here for a real fight because this guy can fight.
Just Joseph, do you want to read that text that just Evander Holyfield sent you?
Congratulations, Joseph Parker. You're the new deal. Team Parker, hope to be at your next fight.
No. Joe, for you, you come in and you're knocking these guys out. We've got some legacy.